Stronghold. I bought this for $40, and it's a castle simulation game. And like when you see the box and when you see screens, it's like pretty cool. You get to build your own castle. I mean, that's something I think is pretty cool. You know, like going back to Warcraft 2. You know, like that was kind of castle-y. But no, like this game was pretty hard. Like it was kind of hard to do a lot of stuff, and it took a lot of time and a lot of thinking, and it's, you know, PC Gamer says the world's most amazing castle construction set. It's the only castle construction set. It's a good game though. Firefly Studios did a good job. There's actually Stronghold 2 out, and they both sold really good, but I think it's just my brain. I think it's bored with games like this too easy, and I really didn't like it. I do recommend it though if you're, you know, a good thinker, but if you're someone like me, you know, maybe stick to like Nerf Arena Blast or something. I'm not ashamed. I got this Christmas, my mom got it for me. She knew I was a PC gamer. She knew I liked Medal of Honor. She knew I liked Command & Conquer, RA2, and she thought I would like SpongeBob SquarePants. I mean, that fits right in between, I guess. It was a good game. I think I played it 10 minutes, and after I beat it 3 times, THQ made it. You have to give them respect. THQ is a great company, but I think I was too old for it, but it might be good for your little niece and nephew. So if you do see this and their computer doesn't have to be good, trust me, and you know you have a little niece or nephew or cousin or something that isn't, you know, is kind of coming up pro on gaming, and you know you want them to have some good micro, then maybe start them out on a new game like this, you know. Let me tell you a little about something, Steel Soldiers here. I got this game for $5, and I didn't see it on the shelves too long. And Jeff, if you would zoom in on those graphics, this game was made in 2000, 2002 maybe at the latest, and it's now 2006. But these graphics are that of CNC Generals or better. One better because there were ships and water. CNC Generals lack that. But this game was awesome. It's an amazing game, and you know, it's an RTS, and you know, you build like little steel soldiers, robots or whatever. And the great thing about this game is not only the graphics are so amazing, but this game was the first game, I believe, to introduce a different kind of RTS gaming style, where it's not, you know, like one person start here, one person start here, you know, I'll use these resources, they'll use theirs type thing. You actually have to go out and capture points, just like in a newer game, Company of Heroes, capture points on the map to get resources. Like if in this game you can capture a point worth like 5, it'd have a 5 on it, and then that would be +5 of everything. Like every few seconds it would go up +5, and the enemy can take that territory so they can go up +5. So you have to defend territories. It takes a lot of strat, but it didn't really sell good, and nobody really ever played it online, which kind of stinks. But if you're watching this and you have this game, contact me and we'll have a little gander. Real War, Air, Land, and Sea. Not too much I can say about this game. I don't recommend it. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I'm pretty good at video games. It's an RTS, you know. I'm pretty good at video games, but I really couldn't get past the 3rd mission. It was like something about it. I don't know if I was, you know, I usually play on the expert mode or something, but it didn't make sense. The only positive thing about this game, unlike any other game I played up to this point, is if a tank attacks a guy, and you know, a tank, you know, missile or whatever comes at a guy and hits him, he'll fly in the air. Other games, a tank would like shoot and, you know, the missile hit a guy and he'll fall down like he just took a bullet and not a big missile. So this, people were flying across the screen. You know, it was pretty good. Like, that was pretty good, but everything else was kind of bad. You know, so I don't recommend this. Ultimate Paintball Challenge. I'm a fan of paintball. Me and my buddies play. We used to play a lot more than what we do now. It's made by Activision, which I give them my balls for making Call of Duty and Call of Duty 2. You just go around, you know, friendly paintball, fire. It's not over the internet, which was the only flaw, because if it was, it would be awesome, but it's just like a single player thing. You can upgrade your gun, kind of get you learning about paintball guns and different velocity speeds, stuff like that. It's a pretty good game, just an FPS. You know, I do recommend it if there's nothing else on the shelf, you know, or, you know, of an FPS. But it's kind of hard to find a paintball game for the computer. So if you do see one, I'd recommend it, because I saw it, I was like, you know, I'll give it a try, and I did, and it was worthwhile. Carmageddon 3. I was introduced to Carmageddon by my cousin, and the thought of running over people and getting points for it, or animals, kind of, like, you know, worked with my mind until I got my PC, because then I went out and I bought this, and it's the same style. You know, you get a sick car and you just go out, kill people. You can upgrade your car, like put electronic things on them and just like zap people in a radius, you know, run over people, guts go everywhere, body parts be flying. And sometimes I want to do this in real life and kind of think that I'm in the game in RL, like in my 94 Ford Tempo, but I think it might be a bad idea, just, you know, just because, you know, it's not a game out there. But yeah, it's a pretty good game, and I recommend it. Jeff, let me tell you something. This game, Battle Realms, says 844. That is a sin. And when I say that, is because that is a disgrace to Battle Realms. I would pay $60 for this game. This game is an RTS where you can be different clans, such as a wolf clan, a dragon clan, a serpent clan, a lotus clan. And what you do is, I mean, this game was made, I'm not too sure exactly on the year, I want to say 2000, or 2001 at the latest. And this game is so cool because you can be, for example, the wolf clan, or we'll use serpent clan, and it's the Japanese, and you go out in the wild and get a horse and then bring it back and tame it and control it, and then you can use that horse in battle, where you can hop up on it, gallop, move fast, and then fire from it, and like you go around with samurai swords and stuff like that and chop people in half. And like the buildings, I mean, the graphics are really good, that of Warcraft 2, you know, a little better, I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's just a really good RTS, and it's one that, you know how if you buy a game sometimes and you beat it, it sits on the shelf, you don't want to play it again because you know what's going to happen type thing. I could play this game single player over and over again, and I really do mean that, in multiplayer as well. Although when I got the game, it was a little outdated and nobody really was playing online anymore. They were playing, you know, updated games. But if you do have this game, I'm willing to play as well. Ground Control. I actually had to buy this game offline. It's an RTS, and it's made by Sierra. And I have so much respect for Sierra. I have so much respect for every video game company, although some kind of lack things that you need. I think some video game companies kind of like maybe make a game and kind of don't test it, you know, kind of just make a game and put it out there without actually playing it. Otherwise they wouldn't put it out there after playing it. But this game is an RTS, and what had happened is I got Ground Control 2, and I never really thought about a sequel, like, you know, original thing. So, you know, I played it, and the graphics are amazing on Ground Control 2, and that game's a lot newer. And so I did some research and found out that this was the original game for it, and the graphics are just as good. The camera angles are amazing. The screenshots you can take inside the game are beautiful. Desktops, screensavers, whatever you use screenshots for, this game and Ground Control 2 are perfect for. And the gameplay is amazing. I mean, not only are the graphics good, the missions are awesome. You know, you control squads. This kind of introduced gaming RTSS squads instead of, you know, barracks with individual units coming out. You kind of have a squad of people, you know, like 6, you know, gunners, or, you know, 6, you know, snipers, or 6 engineers or whatever. And you see a lot of squad units in games today, but I think this, you know, was one of the first to introduce it. And the tanks are amazing, graphics on tanks, and you know, the levels are huge, and that's awesome because it gives you more environment, more capabilities to, you know, use sources throughout the map. And so I definitely agree on getting this game. The only difference is about this game is it's not like a builder-based type game. You get airship drops of units, which is kind of different because I kind of like having my base and kind of building defenses and protecting it and kind of owning that way, you know, with like an attack dog and stuff, you know. But dropships isn't all that bad after playing it in Ground Control 2, so I do recommend this, although I don't know if you'll be able to find it in the stores because I couldn't. But if you find this on Amazon.com and you get it and you want to eye on me on Xfire, I'll definitely play. Men of Valor. I saw this game and I spent $40 on it, and honestly I beat it within an hour, and I got it the day it came out, you know, like, you know, you look on pc.ign.com or you call stores and you say, you know, what day does Men of Valor come out, and they'll tell you, like, for example, you know, Tuesday of next week. And so you kind of, you know, wake up at, you know, 7 and go out when the store opens and get it. Because, you know, you think everyone's going to get it because it looks like such a good game online with trailers and, you know, screens. And I got it, and the day it came out, 2 people were online. And I was like, you know, so guys, is everyone in bed? Like, where is everybody? And they said, no, like, maybe only 3 copies were sold. You know, mine and the other 2 guys, because all I ever saw were those same 2 guys online. Please don't get this. I probably wouldn't get it if someone held a gun to my head and say, you know, you either buy this or you buy, like, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is in my closet. Prisoner of War. I think Codemasters had the right idea to make a game like this. Like, you know, a new kind of escape adventure. But I think they went on the wrong route of doing it. And I don't want to say any more about it because that would be giving it too much attention. Kill Switch. This game, you know, it's a PC game, and I saw it and I was like, you know, the graphics looked pretty good. You know, there's weapons there, and I was like, you know, it looks like a pretty good game. And it says, take cover, take aim, take over. I was just like, you know, it's right. You need to take cover more, you need to take aim, and you need, I guess, take over. And they really mean that, because, like, in every situation you get in this game, you have to, like, lean behind something and look up and shoot. And it wasn't like you could just run through and kind of, like, own everybody. It was, you know, you had to run through a little and then get behind a wall and take cover at every possible situation. And it was set up, computerized. If it's bad, don't buy this game, where you would go in, like, every 5 seconds, your guy would automatically move behind shelter because computer enemies were coming. So he would take cover, take aim, and take over. Demolition Derby. You know, I was kind of into, you know, cars, you know, hitting each other and knocking parts off, so I thought it would be good. And my mom got it for me for Christmas, and, you know, I'm glad she did, because that was the best Christmas present that Outer Bound Games ever got. That one copy of their game was bought. Shell Shock NAM 67. Saw this game again, you know, as I previously have told you, I do like NAM games, such as Viet Cong and Viet Cong 2. And I saw this game, and it was the first game that I got that required a DVD-ROM drive. I bought the game, and I didn't see that. Put it in the CD-ROM drive, you know, didn't work, got pissed off, called Best Buy, yelled at them, and they said, take your box and look at the bottom left-hand corner. And what does it say? You know, I'm like, film for mature, 17 plus. And the guy was like, what's to the right of that? And sure enough, DVD-ROM software. So I wasn't able to play the game when it first came out. It took 2 weeks for me to get a DVD-ROM drive. And I played it, and because it was on a DVD-ROM drive, I suppose, the graphics amazing. The best for like an FPS type game, although it was in third-person view. It's just an awesome game. Like, you shoot people, heads would fly off, arms, body parts everywhere. Blood was real. The missions were great. You know, I beat it in an hour, so it took longer than most games do for me. So that was pretty cool. You know, gunfire, just awesome. You know, you have a squad protecting you. I mean, it was a really good, a realistic game. Shell shock was pretty good on it. You know, a grenade blow up near you. You know, you had shell shock. So they really focused on that. And the thing about this game is, I got it, and I was like, wow, what a great game. So I put it in, I install it after getting a DVD-ROM drive, and it comes up, single player, options, like graphics or something, credits, and quit. Now usually between single player and options, there's a multiplayer clicker link where you can play people online, but this game didn't have it. So, you know, it went from, you know, being so happy to play this game, and I thought maybe you had to unlock it by beating single player. I was just so mad that it didn't have it, that honestly, I do not recommend this game unless you're only to play with yourself. True Crime Streets of LA. This is the best action game, one of the best I've ever played. The graphics are that of GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, GTA Vice City. Great graphics. This is a little different gameplay. I mean, same type of thing, you know, you're a guy and you're stopping crime in LA. You have missions just like GTA, a little bit different. You know, you can do drive-by, stuff like that. But this game introduced the slow motion type matrix where you can lean and fire your gun, which really saved you a lot, and I thought it was really cool because you see it in a lot of movies and you're kind of like, oh, you know, that'd be cool, you know, to experience that, and you really do in this game. And you know, you go places and you can learn karate moves and stuff like that for your protection. So I really do recommend this game. They actually have a new one. I think it's Streets of New York maybe. And I do want to comment on one thing about this game that, in my opinion, makes it a little bit better than GTA 3 or Vice City, is the Activision, you know, great company, made this game LAN or multiplayer. Now when you think of a game like GTA 3, those graphics, and think about playing online against other people, going around in a room, picking up weapons and using them, fire in slow-mo, killing each other, that's awesome. Like, that's amazing. And, you know, I just praise Activision for doing that, because this separates, you know, from GTA. You see GTA 3, you see this, you're like, oh, GTA 3, you know, I've heard more about it. Well, people need to buy a game, play it, test it completely before they judge it. And that's all I'm saying. Warcraft 3 here, Reign of Chess. Really good graphics. A lot different than Warcraft 2. And it kind of took Blizzard a long time from Warcraft 2 to Warcraft 3. Bought it the day it came out. I actually bought, you know, the majority, if not all, these games the day they came out, just because I don't want to be on Xfire AIM and someone says, you know, have you played, you know, the new, you know, Warcraft game or like COD game, and I don't ever want to answer no. I want to say yes, and I've beaten it. Anyway, Warcraft 3 here. You know, great game. You know, I played it and I beat it, but I didn't really like it towards the end because, you know, the graphics are amazing. It got really hard. You know, I still beat it. It's an RTS, you know, and it's a really good game. Like the graphics, like I think this RTS was, you know, the best graphics at the time for an RTS. You know, like Warcraft 3 setup, and I liked it, but it kind of got, you know, old after a while. It was kind of like the same thing, and then it kind of introduced magic. And let me comment on its expansion pack. Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. Like, my CD case hasn't been opened. I've never played this game because, like, I got it because the day it came out, because, you know, I think that's cool to do that sometimes. And, you know, I saw it and I was like, you know, looks pretty cool. Watched the trailer and it's all about magic, like spells and stuff. Like, I don't want to know what potion, like, turns this guy into a dog. Like, that's not too real, is it? I mean, that's not real at all. And, like, you know, spell this and spell that, like, kind of took away from Warcraft itself, you know, like humans and orcs. It's kind of like humans versus, like, magic and stuff. Chaser, I got for $10, and honestly, its graphics something of that of Halo, although this is before Halo's time. I don't believe Chaser sold well. That's why it wasn't on the shelves long. The blood is amazing, really realistic. I mean, you shoot someone in their arm area and they'll die, and on the wall will be blood splatters with bullets, you know, like you shot, which is awesome. And, you know, I've never heard of Joe Wood Productions, but they did it, and they did it good. There's a lot of guns, you know, a lot of graphic detail, high graphic detail, and I recommend this game.